Hi everyone, and this is the Legendary R back again with more. This is not going to be doing another Beyblade Super King unboxing. So, this is my very first Super King unboxing. For everyone who doesn't know, the name is either Super King or Sparking, depending on whatever you want to call it. When it comes to the Takara Tomy channel or Koro, they always say Sparking. But then for this it says Super King, so don't really get too confused on it. I'll just call it Sparking just for I'll just call it Sparking overall because that's what they call it. That's what they actually say. And then whenever they say in the animes, they always say Sparking. So that's all I'll say is Beyblade Sparking. Anyway, this is the first one. It's called Super Hyperion. Then says Super Hyperion. Then the piece says Xc.1A. So I assume that 1A stands for one attack. And then this is Hyuga. I'm not really sure about the last name, but on the side you see they tell you about the Beyblade being part of the Super King system. Well, kind of his gimmick. As an attack type, right spin, part of the burst system, and the Super King system. If you didn't know, we've seen this kanji right here for Super Z, or Cho Z. This is Super, or Cho. So, yeah, that kind of shows you why there's a mix-up. On the back, you see a burst in Heaven Pegasus. We might actually try that in the battle someday. But on the back, you see a little bit about the parts. It's also part of a new system, so I can't really test it out, but I'll play up against one GT Beyblade, and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna actually do some battles too. Some actual battles later on. Anyway, let's get into the unboxing. Okay, so I am back, and I know I didn't open up the stickers, but for this video's sake, I will open up the stickers and show you what's inside, because I know that whenever I did these last time, and you'll see in some of my unboxings that I will be uploading soon, that they randomly went from a glossy finish for these sheets to now this kind of washed out regular paper. But yeah, this is basically the recommended combos, and then shows Brave Valkyrie because Brave Valkyrie wasn't out yet. So it came out on April 25th. If you wanted to know that part. But anyway, here are the stickers if you want to see them. So, we're going to be going part by part. So, here's the layer. It is Super Hyperion. And I didn't put on the stickers, but you can still see that Super Hyperion. And you might notice there are no teeth. The reason for that being is that there are teeth here. And I think this might be the special edition one, but we'll get to that later. So there are no teeth, just these little slide parts, but we'll get to that in a second. So for the new Super King layer system, they basically changed up a lot. I do like how it has red and gold on it, but we're going to be breaking down this layer a little bit. So, the whole gimmick for it is that you could customize it a lot more than you should. So, twist it to the side, and then it'll unlock. This is called the ring. This is called the chip core. And this is called the chip. So, for the chip core, it's basically just, it has a blue design and a little bit of gold on it. Not really too interesting. But for the chip is Hyperion. It kind of reminds me of Valkyrie in a way. And then that's where the little slope parts are. But there, you might notice that there's a hole there. That's where the chip core comes into place. Okay, I finally got it on. You kind of have to be really precise with it when it comes to putting it on and taking it off, but you'll get it eventually. Then you can press it in, and then you have Super Hyperion. It looks really nice to me. I really like the design. Then the ring is looks kind of basic, but it looks like it can deal some pretty good upper attack. And then you can also put in the chip core, then twist it in order to lock it in place. Then if you want to put the Beyblade together, you just put on the chassis, which we'll get to in a second, and then the driver. Then when you twist it on, then your Beyblade is completed. But we're going to be going over the parts a little bit more, so basically we're going to go to the chassis. The chassis here is 1A, but this is called a double chassis because it has a little part in the middle that kind of acts as like a disc, whereas a single chassis Beyblade doesn't have that. But other ones have a double chassis, so you won't be able to see a single chassis until later on from me, at least. But anyway, this is called 1A or 1 attack. There are 2 points that protrude out. Then 2 points that aren't really protruding out too much. This is also right spin only, which is kind of limiting, but yeah, with it being this kind of attack base, it wouldn't really work out too well. Then, when you put it on, there are 2 modes, I think. One where it's like this. Then there's one that's like that. So, kind of depends on where you prefer your Hyperion's attack to be kind of pointing towards. And then here is the driver. It's called Exceed. Exceed is basically like it's like a hold driver. Hold from the original Beyblade Burst season. But then it seems like it's also mixed with Extreme / Quick Dash. So yeah, that's basically it. It's basically a free spinning attack type tip, which is kind of rare for Beyblade Burst. And it also has like these little grooves on it, so it's gonna kind of act like Thief Fennec. If you've ever heard that Beyblade before, I think it's called Thief Phoenix in Hasbro. Not really too sure, but that concludes it. And let's put this Beyblade together, and I'll tell you my thoughts. Super Hyperion. Okay. The clip's a little tight. To be honest, I feel like it won't be too strong, but from what I've seen, it's really good. So they're gonna be doing a test spin and some test battles, and then I'll tell you my thoughts on it. By the way, it'll be against GT Beyblades because I haven't unboxed some of the other ones yet, so this might not really be too much of a fair comparison. Okay, so let's start with the test spin. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Okay, that was a light launch / a miss launch. It looks really nice though. It looks pretty nice. I can't wait to see how it looks when I go full power. Go. Shoot. Okay, it seems to be doing pretty nice. Also, I'm kind of getting used to my grip setup, so that's something to mention. Super Hyperion, Exceed, 1 attack, versus Union Achilles. Convert, Extend Plus, Retsu. First 3 points wins. Now start round 1. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot. Okay. Whoa. I know I couldn't see that, but that was a KO. For round 1, the winner is Super Hyperion. Round 2. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot. Whoa. Okay, so Achilles takes round 2 with a KO. Round 3. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, Super Hyperion knocked down again. Okay, I think I'm gonna do one more battle because that one was a little bit too fast paced. I'm gonna do one round against Heaven Pegasus. 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot. Okay, Heaven Pegasus outlasted. So, what do I think about Super Hyperion? I'm not really sure. Again, you can't really test. I can't really confirm how good or bad it is because all I've done was just some test battles, and on top of that, my launchers have just been acting a little weird. So, I'm gonna try to fix that before I do my next video, which is going to be on King Helios. And hopefully by then we'll get a full-on kind of battle. So, like if you want, favorite if you want, and subscribe to become a legend in the making. See you next time, bye, and we are proving to be legendary.